Captain Starlog, Wednesday, 25th of March. Okay, I thought it was funny anyway. Welcome to another day. Just today, I really want to focus on stuff that I'm really grateful for. And I'm feeling really optimistic, even though we are really in challenging circumstances. I went to bed last night quite anxious. A friend of mine was rushed to hospital um, with COVID, but they were waiting quite a long time for the ambulance to come. Because obviously this is the step that it is. Fortunately, he was able to get a bed and a ventilator, and which I found out this morning. But last night I went to bed quite anxious, and even though I wrote down a couple of things in my diary, I woke up this morning really, really feeling optimistic, and not wildly optimistic because, as you know, as a default, I'm a pragmatist and I like to look at things a bit more practical. But I'm quite optimistic in that collectively, I think we can get through this. I actually, collectively, I know we will get through this. And obviously, whilst we are struggling in the moment with all the challenges that we have in our minds about how we're going to get to work, how we're going to feed our families, how we're going to actually last in the same room as families, it's really made me grateful. And so, a couple of things I'm grateful for today. My Wi-Fi, even though sometimes it's been a bit patchy, totally grateful for it. So I can record these and send them out and share them because I'm getting some really good notes back from people who find these inspirational. And for me, it's a form of therapy as well, if I'm really honest. Being able to speak it out like this takes all this stuff from out of my head and being able to write it down. I'm grateful for my shower. This morning I woke up and had a beautiful hot shower, nice steam. Um, I have it every day, just in case anybody's asking if I wash every day. I do, but just absolutely recognize how grateful I am for it. Grateful that we have food and drink. I'm grateful for my family. I know there's some people who are tearing their hair out now, but you know, my youngest is off to university this year, hopefully, and my eldest is at that age where she may leave home at some point soon. And so, being able to spend that amount of time with my wife and my girls, and don't get me wrong, we do have our tensions, but being able to have them around and really being able to have so much laughter, play music together, dance, paint, draw, share silly jokes, watch TikTok, all that kind of stuff. I'm really, really, truly grateful because, you know, we can be so busy in our normal lives that actually spending time other than the weekend, and even then sometimes we may be out or distracted, but being able to spend some time just talking, just reflecting, and just being present around each other for me has been incredibly immense. And I'm grateful for humor as well. Humor has really, oh my gosh, the humor has really got me. It's so funny because, in a weird way, like you go in the, if any of you are have um, parents that weren't born in the UK or live outside of the UK and you're listening to this, you probably get the hilarious responses like, I don't know what you lot are panicking about. Are you getting all upset because Waitrose has run out of eggs? I grew up on a farm and we had hurricanes and cyclones and tornadoes and end of the world and we've had all these things. We never had no money, but we were able to go out and find planting. It's planting, not plantain, okay? But planting in the fields, and we were able to survive. So what are you worrying about? And you know, and we were able to use cod liver oil and liquid of life and milk of magnesia whenever we. Okay, this is very different. But the humor that I'm getting from so many people who, in times of crisis, know that this is a real way of being able to lift spirits is really, really helping. So I appreciate all those weird jokes. I'm working on my dad jokes as well. I've got a whole back catalogue of dad jokes, and I know there are a couple of people conspiring to set up a Patreon or other kind of like crowdfunding page so that I don't get my jokes out. So you know, I encourage that because that might be a form of income for me to just obviously keep me well and keep me afloat in this time of challenge. So yeah, just to say that I'm finding that being really grateful for the small and the big things that I do have is a real form of optimism for me, and I want to encourage people. I know it's challenging, and I know for some people this is your first weekend. This is our second week. This is week two, but for some people this is the first weekend, and they're already losing their shit. Pardon my language, but I just encourage you to write down stuff that you're really grateful for. Share it with people. Get on Zoom, WhatsApp, FaceTime, whatever it is you have to do to talk to people, and just share your gratitude today. So let me know what you're grateful for.